What's going on, lads? It's your boy Cameron here and welcome back to another video on the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. So today we are doing a Minnesota Timberwolves rebuild. The Timberwolves have made some moves. You could say that they've made some moves. The biggest acquisition, of course, being Russel. They pick up Russel and Amari Spellman, who's a nice player. I'm sure that Warriors fans can vouch for that. He's a very nice player. Josh Okogie, Josh Okogie's not a pickup. He's been there a while. I don't know why Jeremy Lin's on this team either. Alright, so Jeremy Lin is on this roster for some reason because Jalen Noel's not on the team, so is not actually in the game. So Jeremy Lin is now on our team, who could be handy for us. James Johnson was traded for Gorgie Dang, so I think that's how you pronounce his name, Gorgie. It might be Geordie, I'm not sure. I think it's Gorgie. Gorgie Dang, and so that was just kind of basically a straight swap trade. Jarrett Culver still on the team. Malik Beasley was part of that 4-team trade from Denver. He's going to be nice to have on our bench. Jake Layman still on the team. Evan Turner still on the was part of that trade, I'm pretty sure. Alan Crabb, Juan Hernan-Gomez, Jacob Evans, Jared Vanderbilt, and Naz Reid. So basically, besides from a couple of players, it's an entirely new roster for the Timberwolves. So it's cool to see. This is going to be a fantasy rebuild, if you guys don't know, because we did a realistic one yesterday with the Clint Capella Atlanta rebuild, which if you haven't checked it out, you probably should. You should. It was a good rebuild. We rebuilt a very good team. So yeah, before the video begins, be sure to smash the like button if you like the video, and if you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button too. It will help show your support for the channel. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of this year, so it'll be absolutely phenomenal if you guys could help show your support for there. Okay, so rebuild wise, I don't really want to try anything for the rest of this season because we do have our first round pick, and I would like to see how that goes. But at the moment, I'm just going to try and run this, see how it all goes, see how, run this rotation, see how it goes. Who's our starting small forward? Evan Turner? Nah, I want to start Jarrett Culver there. I prefer Jarrett getting minutes over Evan Turner anyway. I know Evan Turner's making a lot of money, but that's an expiring deal, and I don't necessarily want him to be playing for us. I'll give our bench, decent minutes anyway. I'll give decent minutes to our bench just because we might need it. I'll give Cat some minutes. James Johnson can play like 30. I want our rookie to be playing minutes. I forgot about that, so we're going to have to take some minutes off of the bench after giving them plenty. So we're going to have to do that and then give Culver at least 30 plus minutes. Okogie, I'm good with that, and Russel. So this is going to be an interesting lineup. Let's see how everything goes. We're going to go Cat and then D'Lo as our scoring options. And then probably I'm going to go Culver, actually, yeah. I'm going to put Culver as our third scoring option, see if that would help his development. Proficiency, we got 3 stars with a balance, so we're just going to keep it like that. I'm going to simulate the rest of this season. I'll see you guys with our final record. Alright, so for this first season, we go 26 and 36. Giannis was our MVP. Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year. Schroeder, 6th man. Kawhi, Defensive Band, Most Improved. And Nick Nurse was our Coach of the Year. Do we get any Timberwolves? We do get Karl-Anthony Towns, All-NBA second team. I'm guessing we don't have any defensive or rookie players, I'm guessing. Oh, no, we get Jarrett Culver, All-Rookie second team. So hopefully he can progress into something. So he finished with 26 wins. Let's see where that is in the West. Finished bottom in the West, and we have top 4 odds, so that's handy. That's not bad. We could have definitely won like 36 games and gotten a bad pick. But Cat, 27, 13 and 4, 22, 3 and 7 for Russell, 12, 2 and 2 for Lin. Gee whiz. Culver, 10, 3 and 1. Okogie, 9, 4 and 1, 8, 3 and 2 for James Johnson, 7, 5 and 1 for Spellman, Naz Reid, Beasley. I forgot to send people down in the G League. Shit. And let's go to play points per game. Let's see how good we were offensively. We were okay. We weren't the worst, but we definitely weren't the best offensive team. And our defense, I'm guessing we were pretty bad defensively. Okay, yeah, we were bottom 4 defensively, and our differential was like 5th, 6th. So playoffs, we're not a part of it. I'll see you guys with the champs. The Los Angeles Clippers are the champs, and LeBron James wins Finals MVP. There was no doubt in my mind who was going to win that, considering the Lakers were the champs. Lottery, let's see how lucky we get in the odds. We do have the projected 4th best, and we move down to 7. I would have loved a top 5 pick, A top 5 pick would have been amazing, but no. Could we pick up Jacob Underwood, please? I would like a new assistant GM, and I'd like a new assistant coach too. So we're basically going to wipe our front office clean, and try and maybe get a new staff. Maybe new staff would be handy. So we get everyone there, which is nice. We get our 4 main positions. That's all we really care about. We don't really care too much about the CFO position. So draft time, we do have the 7th pick, and I don't really want to use it. But at the same time, what we can't really trade anyone unless we go like that plus the 7th, and we can get Tobias Harris. Just so you guys know, there might be a little bit of inaccuracies because I'm filming this on the day that the trade deadline finished, so the rosters haven't come out, and so I only got to do the Timberwolves team. Otherwise, I would be here for like 4 hours, and I just don't have the time to do that. So that's why the teams might be a little bit inaccurate, but I've tried my best to get the Timberwolves one as accurate as possible. Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin. Then we could probably flip Blake for someone else. LaMarcus Aldridge. Okay, Tobias Harris is probably one of the better bets, because I don't think we would be able to sign Anthony Davis in free agency. And I do that too often anyway. I don't want to do that. So who's someone that we don't usually keep? LaMarcus Aldridge we don't usually have, but that's mainly because he regresses this season and I don't like having him on the team. That's the reason that I don't like getting LaMarcus Aldridge. So I kind of want to get D Rose and Blake Griffin, but I don't want to give up Naz Reid. Do I have to give up Naz Reid for that? Wait, what? The Timberwolves would acquire 34.88 more than allowed. What the heck? Okay, yeah, no. I'll use this pick then. I'll use this pick, see what we can do here. Unless we get offered something crazy. So we're gonna go across to Trade Finder and try and see what we can get for the 7th pick. Just straight up 7th pick. We can get Draymond Green. Blake Griffin we can just get straight up. Aaron Gordon. Mitchell Robinson we don't need a center though because we got Cat. Clint Capella, we don't need one. Isaiah Stewart. That's not bad. Ooh, Zach LaVine. Let's just see who's here first. Let's see who's not gone. So LaMelo, Isaiah Stewart, RJ Hampton, Anthony Edwards, and yeah. Yep, that's totally how you pronounce his name, and Theo Maledon. So what do we need? Power forward or a shooting guard? What shooting guards are available? No one, and power forward is Jaden McDaniels. So I'm thinking just grab up Zach LaVine. That's a safe bet, so that way we don't have to wait on someone progressing either. So I'm thinking just pick up Zach LaVine, who would be a very nice piece. We have to give up a 2nd round pick, but Zach LaVine is definitely going to help this team out. Play that shooting guard. I mean, our defense is still going to be a bit poor, but I'm pretty sure in this day and age we can probably win off of just pure offense. Because we need a power forward, I'll take that bloke there with my 2nd round pick. So as you guys know who went up top 5. We just went over that. So we are going to sign that guy and probably send him down to the G League. Team player options: Amari Spellman we're bringing back. James Johnson has gone into his deal. God damn it. Jacob Evans not so much, and Josh Okogie I would like to bring back. Qualifying offers: Malik Beasley, yes. Juwan Hernan-Gomez, yes, and I don't really care about the other 2 blokes there. Moratorium, do we have any cap space? We need to free up 35 million to sign someone. So what I want to do, I want to see what I can get for James Wiseman. Not James Wiseman. That's bloody James Johnson. James Johnson and not Josh Okogie. Vanderbilt, I guess, if we could I keep saying Wiseman, James Johnson and Vanderbilt for some salary relief for someone decent. No, we can just straight swap him for picks, can't we? We can get a 1st Hawks. Can we get an unprotected 1st from anyone? Top 10 protected, lottery protected. Okay, so I'm guessing who's probably going to be the worst. Bucks aren't going to be bad. Yeah, no, I'll take this Bucks pick then in 2021. I'll take the Bucks pick because they're probably going to be good, so it's going to be our pick anyway. So that does free up a little bit of cap, which means we can afford someone decent. Not great, just decent. And Andre Drummond still wants a lot of money, but it's okay. If we could go after a Gallinari type, we need to free up 5 mil to get Gallo, which could be decent if we got Gallinari, but we need to free up 5 mil, which means we have to move Jake Layman. Okay, we have to move Jake Layman, Vanderbilt, and Reed. I'm going to sort this out just a second, guys. Okay, so what I have done, I have freed up, I traded Jake Layman for that little bit of extra caps room, and now all we can offer him is that and hope that he does want to come here. We can offer him a player option. He does take the offer, and he's 89, so he might actually come to us here. We do get Gallinari, which is handy as, man. That's awesome. But we have to give up on Malik and Juwan Hernan-Gomez, which, I mean, if Malik Beasley was his overall that he was before, this 2K, I would not want to do that, but it's Gallinari, and I'm doing it now. So our starting lineup, we have D'Angelo Russell, Zach LaVine. I thought about giving up Josh Okogie, and I was like, nah, he's too valuable for this team. He gives us some defense. Jarrett Culver, Gallinari, Spellman, Towns, and we need a center. So we need a center, small forward, and another point guard. So if we go to free agency, point guards, JJ Barea, Sean Livingston, Michael Carter-Williams. Michael Carter's younger, but is he really what we need? A slasher? What's his playmaking like? We really need a playmaking B+. So at the moment, Michael Carter-Williams. Small forward, who's here? Gerald Green or James Ennis? James Ennis would be handy to have on our team too, because he can space the floor, play a bit of defense. Okay, James Ennis, or centers is like, okay, centers we can just trade for another center. So either James Ennis or Michael Carter-Williams. I'm going to go James Ennis. I think James Ennis is a little bit more valuable than Michael Carter-Williams, but that's just my opinion at the moment anyway. So we do get James Ennis, and what point guards can we afford? We can afford Sean Livingston, Brad Watermaker. So what we're going to do, we're going to offer players the minimum, and then try and use those minimum guys to get a better guy who isn't on the minimum, you know. So at the moment, Tyus Jones and a first seems to be the best. Plus we get some money with that. So what we can do then, because Tyus Jones is on a big ass deal, we can go Tyus plus this Thunder first, and our first with, oh no, that has a protection backup, and say this our first then. If we go these two, we should be able to pick up a decent backup point guard in Patrick Beverley. I'm thinking is probably the best bet we're going to get, so I will take Pat Bev as a backup point guard who gives us some defense off the bench as well. And then we can do the same with the centers. Joakim Noah, Kylo Quinn, and Epke Udo. What type of center? Kevon Looney seems to be a good bet. Kevon Looney is probably the best bet. Plus we get a Warriors first, which is pretty damn decent. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what we can do is move. We're going to probably play Naz Reid down in the G League this season. Yes, we will. And probably the same with Amir Styler as well. Move him down to the G League, play him at G League this season. But that's just what I'm thinking. We're all good free agency wise. I'll see you guys down at training camps. Alright, we got 3 training camps here. Let's go down to untapped potential. And we're going to give it to... I'm going to give it to Josh Okogie because he's one of our young guys. I'm also going to give it to Gallinari or LaVine. I'll give it to LaVine, and I'll also give it to Gallinari. I won't give it to, he's a bit old for it. I'm thinking either Naz Reid, I'm thinking, or Styler. I'll give it to this guy. I'll give it to our rookie. How about that? I'll give it to him. Seems to be a decent bet. We're going to advance to the next season, and I think we're okay. I'm all good with our team. I'll see you guys when we have a rotation sorted. Okay, so our team is looking like a D'Lo, LaVine, Culver, Gallinari, and Towns starting 5. We then have Pat Bev, Kevon Looney, Amari Spellman, Josh Okogie, and James Ennis coming off of the bench. We are going a 10-man rotation. Cat, D'Lo, and LaVine are our scoring options. We've gone play through star, shoot at will. Some crash, others get back, neutral defensive focus, and neutral offensive aggression, and all of that type of stuff. That'll make sense once I've shown you the proficiency. Is a 7-second or less system. So we are going to be playing quick, fast, and off of the 3 possession a little bit more. So yeah, we're running that. Let's check out our power rankings. NBA.com have the Timberwolves at 9. 2K Sports have the Timberwolves at 27, and Eric have the Timberwolves at 9. So let's hope we can make the playoffs this year. If not, then we're going to have to make some changes, but I'll see you guys with our record for the second season. Alright, so this season, we go 41 and 41. Giannis is the MVP. LaMelo Ball, Rookie of the Year. Schroeder, 6th man. Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year. Markelle Fultz, Most Improved. And Doc Rivers, Coach of the Year. Do we get any Timberwolves? We do get Karl-Anthony Towns, All-NBA for second team. And that's the only Timberwolves we get. Defensive, we don't. And rookies, we don't have anyone, do we? No. So we finished as an 8th seed, sadly, and we're taking on the 1-seeded Clippers. Let's check the player stats here, see what goes on. Zach LaVine was our leading scorer with 21.3 points, 3 and 3. Kyle 21, 12 and 4, 22 and 8 for Russell, 11, 5 and 2 for Gallo, 10, 3 and 1 for Culver, 8, 4 and 3 for Bev, 6, 2 and 0 for Okogie, Amari, Spellman, Kevon Looney, James Ennis. So there we go there. Team stats here. Let's see what goes down. Points per game. So offensively, we were 7th. That's pretty good. So our defense must have been pretty poor. Oh no, it was respectable. Our defense was respectable. Let's call it that. And we had the 6th best differential in the league. Gee whiz. Okay, so it's a real close, really tight, was it? Let's actually see that. Let's see if was it actually really tight in the West. So 41. Oh yeah, it was. We only just scraped into the playoffs, and then. Ooh, okay, so it is a really close. Ooh, okay, it's a really close league at the moment, Western Conference. Let's go like this, and Okogie can still be getting minutes, but a little bit less off the bench, and we're going to give our guys in the starting rotation quite a lot more minutes, because we like to see those guys play a bit more minutes during the playoffs. That's just how it goes on this channel. Let's go simulate round here against the Clippers. I don't expect us to even win a game. Okay, we win 1 game. We win 2 games somehow. We go up 3-0. Watch us blow a 3-0 lead. Watch us blow a 3-0 lead. Watch. We're going to go to game 7 and lose. We beat the Clippers, and we're taking on the 4-seeded Suns. We have Rubio, Booker, Oubre, Saric. So basically their team this year. Okay. We're probably going to lose here, though, because they have home court. Yeah, we're down 3-0, and probably going to lose in 5. There we go. So we lose in 5. But we somehow made it to the second round and beat this 1-seeded Clippers. So I think whoever's making it to the finals is thankful that we knocked out the Clippers for them. And it's the Warriors, and who are taking on the Bucks. And the Warriors sweep the Bucks, and Steph Curry gets finals MVP. So we somehow won a playoff series, which I think is a step in the right direction, considering we had a lottery pick last season. So let's see what goes down with here. What's going on here? Do we have any picks in the lottery? We do not. We do, however, have the 29th pick, the 22nd pick, and do we have our own pick? No, I don't think we do. No, the Warriors have our pick, which would be at 15. Alright, so we have a couple of picks that we can use, which is cool. Staff signings. We need a trainer, and we should be okay for the rest of the rebuild now with our staff. Draft time, we do have a couple of picks that we can use. So because our team kind of didn't do as well as I'd hoped, we are probably going to try and trade. Wait, can we go to 19? 19's not bad. 19's not a bad upgrade. There it is. We can go to 19 plus a second. I'll take that. Cheers. And I'm going to probably, just because we haven't had much results, let's just see what Gallo can get us. Ooh, Evan Fournier and Freddie VanVleet. We can get a Clint Capella. If we're giving up Gallo, I would like to find a decent power forward if we're giving him up. But no, nothing's coming up for Gallinari. If I chucked in Zach LaVine, nothing. If I just chucked in Zach LaVine and that, can we find a shooting guard? Ooh, we have to give up Patrick Beverley, but we get Bradley Beal. Ooh, that could be big. Ooh, Kristaps Porzingis type. And then we could trade Gallo for a shooting guard. That's tempting. That's also tempting. I like the Porzingis deal at the moment. We have to give up Beverley, but we get Dillon Wright, which is a decent replacement for Beverley. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab up Kristaps Porzingis, and then we're going to try and move Gallinari and say this pick and this pick. Can we pick up a shooting guard in Buddy Hield, Evan Fournier? Buddy Hield isn't the worst, plus we move to 8. So I'm going to do that. We get the 8th pick plus Buddy Hield, and then if we go here, go Buddy Hield and this 8th pick. What can we get? Can we pick up another shooting guard? I'm guessing not. We do have the 8th pick though, so we could probably, let's just see what we can do. If someone we want isn't drafted, then we'll probably take him. Kareem Maine, Jeremy Roach, Evan Mobley. So if we went Kareem Maine, who's a mid-range finisher, okay. Let's just see, if we chuck in this 8th pick, just by itself, what could we pick up? Because we do need a shooting guard though. I mean, we got Buddy Hield, who's decent. We can get Will Barton. Will Barton's actually a decent, upgrade. But it's not worth that 8th pick, I don't think. Nope, so it looks like we are going to be taking the best available player in Kareem Maine. From that, I didn't even read what that said. It's Fordham. Okay. So Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Jalen Johnson, Trey Mann, and Brian Antonio were the top 5 picks. Rookie signings, we do pick up Kevon Looney decline, Okogie yes, Spellman yes, and we're bringing everyone we can back. And then we're going to go, where are we up to? Qualifying, we are going to not offer it to anyone there. Free agency, who's a free agent? Everyone is, because it's a 2021 free agent class. Let's go. So we got a lot of guys making quite a lot of money. Can we bring back Kevon Looney? If we can bring back Kevon Looney, that would be crazy if we could do that. There he is, a 78 overall, and he's not interested in negotiating with us, so we cannot bring him back. So it looks like we're going to go after a Robert Williams, which is very good. Okay, never mind. Why can't we do that, man? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 12 people on our roster. Why can't we do it? All right, so I don't know why we can't get Robert Williams, so I'm just going to go after Boban Marjanovic on the minimum. And also gonna get Bruno Fernando on the minimum too. Okay, we apparently can't get Bruno Fernando, but I'm not gonna offer those guys. I am gonna bring those two onto the team. Kevon Looney, we're not giving up on, but we do have a cap hold on Kevon Looney. So if he doesn't get offered a deal, he's gonna accept that qualifying offer, hopefully. So hopefully we are all good there, and I think that's going to be our free agency done, and then I'll try and find a trade for Buddy Hield in the meantime. Oladipo would be crazy, but we are 73 million in the cap, so there's no way we're doing that. I think we are okay. There's really not a lot we can really do, except for try and find another center, which if we go Bruno Fernando, Marjanovic, and Reed, because Reed I think has a bit of value. Oh, Bruno Fernando has 2.5 stars too. So we could actually get a decent center. Goga. Like 77 overall centers aren't the worst. Gafford is 78 plus Chandler Hutchinson, so sure, I'll do that. 3 training camps available. Let's go down to untapped potential, and I'm going to give it to Okogie because I would like to see him keep progressing. No, not free throws. I'll go give it to Culver. See if we can boost up his trade value a little bit, and I'll give it to Spellman as well. Let's see what that does there. So advance to next season. Let's see what goes down. I am going to have a look for another shooting guard because Buddy Hield, if we could trade Buddy Hield, that would be freaking amazing. So Buddy Hield, and I'm going to go that guy and Chandler Hutchinson. See what these 3 can get us. If we can get a better starting shooting guard, that would be amazing, but we're getting offered the same deals as before. So it's not great. It's definitely not great, but Nico Mannion and DeMar DeRozan isn't the worst. Because what we can do, we do this, and then we move DeMar DeRozan to the shooting. He goes down at the shooting guard? What the freaking heck? Nico Mannion, I know, goes up at the shooting guard, so we're going to go like that. And we're going to go, where's DeRozan? DeRozan's making bank too. DeRozan and Nico Mannion. DeRozan and Nico, could we go these 2 and get a shooting guard, please? They're both still 3 stars. Chris Middleton, we could play at the 2, sorry. Wait, who's playing at the 2 at the moment? Culver. Evan Fournier, Capella. De'Aaron Fox. Ooh, I like that. I like getting De'Aaron Fox. CJ McCollum. Klay Thompson. How is this I don't know how that's a deal, but we got Klay freaking Thompson somehow. Okay, we have Klay Thompson, and then I'm going to try and find someone else for instead of trade someone for Culver. So if we could trade Culver and that guy plus a first, are we able to possibly pick up a better small forward? Wendell Carter Jr., Brandon Clark, and Valanciunas. Alright, I'm going to do this trade for Marvin Bagley. I have to give up James Ennis as well, which gives us a very bad thing at small forward. But if we go like this and Marvin Bagley, he doesn't go up at small forward. God damn it. Alright, so now that we have Bagley, who's making a little bit more money, we can go Bagley plus Wright. Can we get a small forward and a backup point guard if possible? A small forward and a backup point guard. Jonathan Isaac isn't bad. He's actually decent. He'd be actually really good in this game. It was Sabonis and Goga. Looking for small forward, and Covington and Cantor. Not great. Michael Porter Jr. You have to give up Josh Okogie with that one. So at the moment, I'm leaning to this Jonathan Isaac one. I think he's decent. Is a good deal. I'm going to pick up Jonathan Isaac. I like that. Jonathan Isaac. And then if we go here, so our starting 5 is good. We've got a good starting 5. We then have Okogie, Spellman, Gafford, Seiler, and Green coming off of our bench. So we need another point guard to come off the bench. I'm going to look for one right now, and hopefully it's not too difficult to find because we need to find a point guard. So JJ Barea, Ryan, and Josh Green. Could these three guys get me a Shabazz Napier? I'll do that. I'll take Shabazz Napier. That's not bad. And we should be okay now. I will sort out a rotation and stuff. I'll see you guys when everything's sorted. All right, so our rotation for this final season is D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, Jonathan Isaac, Kristaps Porzingis, and Karl-Anthony Towns starting 5. We then have Josh Okogie, Shabazz Napier, Murray Spellman, Daniel Gafford coming off of our bench. Carl, Klay, and D'Lo are our scoring options. We're still sticking with the 7-second system. Power rankings, NBA.com have the Timberwolves at 10. 2K Sports have us at 27. 28 actually now, and Eric have us at 10. So let's see if we can prove them wrong, try and get the 1 seed. I'll see you guys with our final record. Alright, so for this final season, we go 43 and 39. LeBron James is the MVP, Bol Rookie of the Year, Zach LaVine, 6th man, Kawhi Defensive, John Collins Most Improved, and Dwayne Casey Coach of the Year. Do we get any Minnesota Timberwolves on any of these teams? We do get Karl-Anthony Towns All-NBA 3rd team. Do we get any other Timberwolves? We do not. Do we get any defensive? We do not. So where do we finish off? We finished as a 6th seed in the West, which I mean decent, not the greatest, but it's decent. Better than the 8th seed. Karl-Anthony Towns averaged 25.5, 11 and 4. D'Lo 24, 2 and 8. Klay 21, 3 and 4. Porzingis 12, 3 and 1. Okogie 10, 4 and 1. So very decent numbers by everyone there. Team stats, points per game. So offensively, we were 12th. Our defense was bad, was it? Oh no, it was about middle of the pack. Okay, and our differential was 13th. So that's kind of decent to see. It wasn't an overall spectacular season, but it was decent. That's all we can really say about it. We're going to bring the minutes down for these for the bench here, and we're going to up the minutes for the starters like we usually do. So we should be all right there. We're going to go here. Let's simulate round here against the Rockets. Let's see what goes on. We never know what's going to happen here, but it's probably going to be an L because that's normally what happens to us in the playoffs anyway. That's normally what happens. Oh, we're up 3-2, and we game 7, and we're losing 7. No, we win in 7. Okay, and we're taking on the 2-seeded Thunder. Let's see if we can get past the semifinals. Probably not. We're probably going to get bounced here. No, we go down 3-1, so I'm pretty sure we've lost here. 3-2, 6 games, we lose in 6. So it's the Lakers Thunder final. So yeah, the roster that we put together: Karl-Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, Kristaps Porzingis, Jonathan Isaac, Josh Okogie, Shabazz Napier. So it's a good team. Apparently not good enough to make it past the second round, but you know, you never know what's going to happen. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. Hopefully you guys all have enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We hope to show your support for the channel. It would be absolutely fantastic if you guys could do that. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of this year, so it'll be absolutely amazing if you guys could show your support and help us hit that goal. That's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.